What film based on a comic book starred Ryan Reynolds playing opposite the Dude? And a bonus hint to that would be the Dude also played opposite this very talented lady in Tron, the reboot, at least, of Tron, and that lady is Olivia Wilde. I just realized in skimming this wiki of Olivia's that she may be my favorite actress, just based on all of the stuff that I've seen her in. I didn't realize how many films I've actually seen her in, and thought she was phenomenal in all of them, playing different characters, fully captivating me. I'm there in the room with her and whoever she's acting with in all of her scenes. She is, like I said, a captivating actress. So let's read about her. Olivia Wilde, born Olivia Jane Coburn, March 10th, 1984, is an American actress and filmmaker. She played Remy 13 Hadley on the medical drama television series House and appeared in the films Tron Legacy, Cowboys and Aliens, The Incredible Burt Wonderstone, and The Lazarus Effect. In 2017, Wilde made her Broadway debut, playing the role of Julia in 1984. In 2019, she directed her first film, the teen comedy Booksmart, for which she won the Independent Spirit Award for Best First Feature. Her early life. Wilde was born Olivia Jane Coburn in New York City on March 10th, 1984. She grew up in the Georgetown neighborhood of Washington, D.C., while spending summers at Ardmore in Ireland. She attended private school at Georgetown Day School in Washington, D.C., and boarding school at Phillips Academy in Andover, Massachusetts, graduating in 2002. Wilde derived her current name from Irish author Oscar Wilde and changed her surname while in high school to honor the writers in her family, many of whom used pen names. She was accepted to Bard College, but deferred her enrollment 3 times in order to pursue acting. She then studied at the Gaiety School of Acting in Dublin. Wilde's mother, Leslie Coburn, is an American producer on 60 Minutes and journalist. Her father, Andrew Coburn, is also a journalist and is a son of British novelist and journalist Claude Coburn. He was born in London and raised in Ireland. For a short time, Wilde's family also had a house in Guilford, Vermont. She has a sister 5 years older and a brother 9 years younger. Her grandfather, Claude Coburn, and his sons, Alexander and Patrick Coburn, also worked as journalists, and her aunt, Sarah Caldwell, was a writer. Writer Christopher Hitchens was the Coburn family's tenant in Washington, D.C., and served as Wilde's babysitter. Some of Wilde's paternal Scottish ancestors were upper class and lived in many locations at the height of the British Empire, including Peking, where her paternal grandfather was born, Calcutta, Bombay, Cairo, and Tasmania. The Coburns descended from the lawyer, judge, and literary figure Henry Coburn, Lord Coburn. One of Wilde's great-great-grandfathers, Henry Arthur Blake, was governor of Hong Kong. Through her father's family, Wilde is related to George Coburn, who was responsible for burning down Washington, D.C. during War of 1812. Wilde's ancestry includes English, German, Irish, Manx, and Scottish. She is also of 1/64th Sephardic Jewish descent through her great-great-great-great-grandfather, Ralph Bernal, a British Whig politician and actor. Her career. Starting with 2003 through 12, early series The O.C. She was in the films The Girl Next Door, Conversations with Other Women, Bickford Schmeckler's Cool Ideas, Touristas, and Alpha Dog. In 2007, she appeared in the off-Broadway theater production of Beauty on the Vine, a political thriller, playing 3 different characters. She was also in The Death and Life of Bobby Z and the short-lived drama television series The Black Donnellys. In September 2007, Wilde joined the cast of the musical drama television series House. She played the character of Remy 13 Hadley, a bisexual internist with Huntington's disease who was handpicked by House out of a number of applicants to join his medical team. Her first appearance was in the episode The Right Stuff. Wilde appeared in the comedy film Year One as Princess Inanna. She starred in Disney's Tron Legacy as Cora. Inspired by her award-winning journalist and documentary filmmaker parents, Wilde has served as executive producer on several documentary short films, such as Sun City Picture House, which is about a community in Haiti that rallies to build a movie theater after the disastrous 2010 earthquake. In August 2011, it was announced Wilde would be leaving House to further pursue her film career. She left a few months later in the episode Charity Case. Wilde starred in Cowboys and Aliens as Ella Swenson, who works with other characters to save the Earth from evil aliens, and also starred in the comedy The Change-Up. She was in the films In Time, On the Inside, and Butter. In 2011, Wilde became a global brand ambassador for the cosmetic company Revlon, which featured her in their commercials. Wilde made her directing and screenwriting debut with the film Free Hugs for Glamour magazine's short film series, which was screened at various festivals. In May 2012, Wilde's character Remy 13 Hadley returned for the series finale of House for 2 episodes, Holding On and Everybody Dies. She starred in the film People Like Us, The Third Person, The Words, and as Liza in Deadfall, a thriller about 2 siblings who decide to fend for themselves in the wake of a botched casino heist and their unlikely reunion during another family's Thanksgiving celebration. In 2012, Wilde was featured in PBS docuseries Half the Sky, Turning Oppression into Opportunity for Women Worldwide, which was inspired by Nicholas Kristof and Cheryl Wu Dunn's book of the same name. The docuseries follows Wilde as she learns of the struggles women face in Nairobi, Kenya. She also produced the short film Baseball in the Time of Cholera, which explored the cholera epidemic in Haiti. From 2013 to 18, mainstream career and Broadway debut. In 2013, Wilde wrote an article called The Do's and Don'ts of Turning 30, which was published in Glamour magazine. She starred in and executive produced Drinking Buddies. She had a supporting role as Jane, a magician's assistant in The Incredible Burt Wonderstone. She also played Susie Miller in the biographical drama Rush about James Hunt and Niki Lauda, and had a starring role in the film Her, which was lauded by critics and received accolades from the Academy Awards and Golden Globe Awards. She has served as executive producer for other documentary short films, The Rider and the Storm about Timmy Brennan, a New York iron worker from Breezy Point, Queens, who lost everything he owned when Hurricane Sandy hit, and Body Team 12, which follows the team tasked with collecting the dead at the height of the Ebola outbreak. The film went on to win Best Documentary Short at the 2015 Tribeca Film Festival and was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Documentary Short Subject at the 88th Academy Awards. Wilde starred as Elizabeth Roberts, a trophy wife customer who enters a straight-laced pharmacist's life and takes him on a joyride involving sex, drugs, and possibly murder in Better Living Through Chemistry. She starred as Beatrice Fairbanks in The Longest Week and as the middle of a love triangle between an affluent drifter and his best friend. In 2015, she was the brand ambassador of H&M's Conscious Exclusive campaign. She starred in the thriller The Lazarus Effect as Zoe, a medical researcher who is accidentally killed, then revived with a miraculous serum with unfortunate side effects. Wilde also starred in and produced the drama Meadowland that premiered at the Tribeca Film Festival in New York on April 17th, 2015. She played Eleanor in Love the Coopers. In 2016, Wilde directed a music video for Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros, teaming up with director of photography Reed Morano. She then worked with the American rock band Red Hot Chili Peppers, directing the music video for their song Dark Necessities. Wilde starred as Devin Finestra in HBO's rock and roll drama television series Vinyl. Also in 2016, Wilde also directed an acclaimed live table reading of Hannah and Her Sisters at the New York Times Center Theater. The cast included Wilde as Hannah. Wilde stated that Hannah and Her Sisters is just a perfect script, and I knew an audience would enjoy having the chance to focus on the genius of the writing, which is what the live reads allow for. Her brand ambassador partnership with Revlon ended in 2016. In 2017, Wilde made her Broadway debut portraying the role of Julia in 1984. It opened at the Hudson Theater in New York City on June 22nd. Previews beginning May 18th for a limited run until October 8th, 2017. In May 2017, Wilde became chief brand activist of True Botanicals, a cosmetics and skincare company. Her documentary short Fear Us Women follows Canadian civilian Hannah Bowman, who has spent the last 3 years in Syria as a volunteer soldier battling ISIS. As a member of the YPJ, an all-female Kurdish army, Hannah gives an inside look at the women fighting for liberation in Syria. In 2018, Wilde appeared in A Vigilante. Its world premiere was at South by Southwest on March 10th, 2018. It was released March 29th, 2019. The same year, Wilde starred in the drama Life Itself. The film was released on September 21st, 2018, received negative reviews from critics, and performed poorly at the box office. 2019 to present directorial debut and current work. Wilde made her directing debut with the high school comedy Booksmart, which was released on May 24th, 2019. As of June 27th, 2019, it was rated 97% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes from 271 critics' reviews. The Washington Post stated, as the film progresses, Wilde's filmmaking skills become more and more evident, bursting forth in a third act that builds into something beautiful and even transcendent. The Los Angeles Times wrote that it leaves you feeling unaccountably hopeful for the state of humanity and the state of American screen comedy too. And the Wall Street Journal noted nothing funnier, smarter, quicker, or more joyous has graced the big screen in a long time. The film won the Independent Spirit Award for Best First Feature at the 35th Independent Spirit Awards on February 8th, 2020. Wilde next appeared in Richard Jewell in 2019, playing Atlanta Journal-Constitution reporter Kathy Scruggs, who died in 2001. The film was criticized for depicting Scruggs as offering to trade sex with an FBI agent in return for confidential information. The editor-in-chief of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution wrote in an open letter that this depicted incident was entirely false and malicious. Employees of the newspaper demanded the film have a prominent disclaimer that some events were imagined for dramatic purposes and artistic license. The film was accused of perpetuating a sexist trope of women journalists exchanging sex for information. Wilde defended her role and stated that there was a sexist double standard in that John Hamm's FBI agent character was not held to the same scrutiny. Commentators noted that Wilde's character was based on a real person, whereas the FBI agent was an amalgamation of multiple characters from the original script. They also stated that the purpose of the film was to expose and condemn the character assassination of Jewel. However, in the process, the film commits the same character assassination of Scruggs. She also directed Wake Up, a short film starring Margaret Qualley. Wilde will direct and play a supporting role in Don't Worry, Darling, an erotic psychological thriller about a 1950s housewife starring Florence Pugh, Harry Styles, Kiki Lane, and Chris Pine for New Line Cinema from a screenplay by Katie Silberman. She is also attached to direct Perfect, a biopic about gymnast Carrie Strug for Searchlight Pictures, an untitled holiday comedy film for Universal Pictures, and a female-centered superhero film as part of the Sony Pictures Universe of Marvel Characters franchise. Activism. In 2008, Wilde campaigned with actors Justin Long and her then-current House castmate Cal Penn in support for the Democratic presidential nominee Barack Obama. Wilde was a supporter of the youth voter organization 18 in 08. She serves on their advisory council and appeared in a public service announcement that debuted June 30th, 2008, which encouraged youth to vote at the 2008 election. She appeared in the MoveOn.org mock PSA supporting the rights of the healthcare insurance industry. Wilde was praised by the Coalition of Immokalee Workers, a farm workers union, for supporting the Fair Foods campaign. Wilde is one of the board of directors at Artists for Peace and Love, which provides education and health services in Haiti, and the American Civil Liberties Union of Southern California. Wilde is a celebrity influencer activist for Riot, a Los Angeles-based media company. On June 30th, 2015, she introduced Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton at a campaign event in New York City. Wilde starred in a PSA released on March 21st, 2016 for World Down Syndrome Day, alongside 19-year-old Anna Rose from New Jersey who has Down syndrome. Wilde is widely known as a feminist. In 2013, she appeared in a video clip for Gucci's Chime for Change campaign that aims to raise awareness and funds of women's issues in terms of education, health, and justice. She participated in the 2017 Women's March in Washington, D.C. and the 2018 Women's March in Los Angeles, California. She is a supporter of Planned Parenthood and Time's Up. Wilde's mother, Leslie, was the Democratic nominee for Virginia's 5th Congressional District in the 2018 U.S. midterm election. She lost to the Republican Denver Riggleman. Personal life. On June 7th, 2003, when she was 19 years old, Wilde married Italian filmmaker and musician Tao Ruspoli, a member of the aristocratic Ruspoli family. They were married in Washington, Virginia, on a school bus with only a pair of witnesses. She later said the wedding occurred in an abandoned school bus because it was the only place where they could be completely alone, as the marriage was a secret at the time. On February 8th, 2011, she and Ruspoli announced that they were separating. morning, Wilde filed for divorce in Los Angeles County Superior Court on March 3rd, 2011, citing irreconcilable differences. The divorce was finalized on September 29th, 2011. Wilde did not seek spousal support, and the pair reached a private agreement on property division. Wilde began dating American actor and comedian Jason Sudeikis in November 2011. They became engaged in January 2013. The couple have 2 children, a son, Otis, born in 2014, and a daughter, Daisy, born in 2016. Sudeikis and Wilde's relationship ended in November 2020 as Sudeikis told GQ magazine in a feature published the following July. In January 2021, Wilde began dating Harry Styles after meeting in November 2020 during the filming of Wilde's Don't Worry, Darling. Wilde considered herself a pescatarian in 2013, although she has been both vegan and vegetarian at different times. She was voted PETA's Sexiest Vegetarian Celebrity of 2010. And awards and nominations. And that means we're left with references. So, yep, it's the end of the article. It was a short one for... man, do I even call her an actor now because she does so much other stuff? Dude, the work she puts into activism alone. Okay, forget about the actual filmmaking. Talking about producing, writing, directing, and that includes live reads. Oh yeah, and Broadway, by the way. And then on top of that, the acting. Okay, so take all of that away and just talk about the acting, the activism alone, and she does like 10 times the amount of stuff I do or will ever do. Look, I'm literally about to save this video and export the screen capture, and then as an excuse, like, my computer's busy processing, rendering some information, I play Halo. I play Halo for a half hour. Do you know how ridiculous that seems after reading this article? This chick is always doing something, and I play video games for 3 hours a day. Okay, maybe not 3. No, I think 3. If I'm being honest, I think I play like 2 or 3 hours a day. Because I do Halo. I've been playing Tribes of Midgard lately with my friends, which is super fun. Tried to get into Divinity 2, Original Sin 2, Divinity, whatever. Took too much time. Beautiful game, unbelievable. Look, I'm talking about video. This is ridiculous. This chick is... I'm scared. I'm scared of her now, okay? It started with me admiring her work. Obviously, in Tron, she played the perfect girl. And if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Her role as Burt Wonderstone's sidekick, so good. I love The Incredible Burt Wonderstone. It's one of my favorite movies. I've seen it 6 or 7 times. I don't know about the reviews that it got, but oh my god, did I love it. And what else? She also, The Change Up. Okay, The Change Up, she was great in that. I've seen her in so many things. I can go through her like IMDb and just go, she crushed it in that, she crushed it in that, she crushed it in that. And now I realize that doesn't even scratch the surface. Those are only, I know I'm going on and on, but I really am absolutely floored. This is the kind of stuff that I read Wikipedia for, to realize someone is completely different than who I thought they were in the first place. In this case, it turns out she's literally done like 20 to 30x the stuff that I ever thought she did. This is ridiculous. Okay. Have a good night. I'm gonna go play Halo now. Talk to you in the comments. Bye.